People, deluded, I'm back. Arsenal's under 18s beat Chelsea's 3-0. And yeah, I thought I'd speak about it. Now, obviously, I don't believe there's much to play for under 18s or 23s level beyond the obvious. You're trying to be professional footballers. And obviously, winning cup games at youth level, apologies about the wind again, people. It's peeing me off, so I know it's peeing you off. Nothing I can do about it. But obviously at youth level there's not much to play for. The games, you don't really learn anything. It's not really cutthroat, and obviously winning cup competitions at youth level or winning league titles doesn't correlate, but at least it gives the players something to be consistent for, some sort of desire, some sort of application, because they're going for a league title or under 18s and they look like they can actually do it. And if they win it, I believe, or it might count if they come second, but I know for a fact if they win it, they'll be in the equivalent of the Champions League. So it's a carrot for some of them. Obviously a couple might be ineligible next year, but it's a carrot qualification and it gives them a little taste. Obviously our under 16s are in a final playing next Friday, I believe, so it's nice to see what's happening at youth level. Going into it again, it's Chelsea. You want to win. There's nothing more to say at any level. It's a meaty game. You don't lose to Chelsea, you don't lose to Spurs. You make sure you give United a hard time. And I feel first 5 minutes, not even first 5 minutes, first opening initial periods, to be honest with you, I think both teams were trying to solve each other out. There was a bit of teething problems. I feel both sides enjoyed plenty of the ball, but there weren't much really to do in it. There weren't really much spacing behind. I felt, especially with Chelsea centre-halves, they didn't have much options when they were looking for an outball and stuff. I really liked how we pressed as a side throughout the whole game. Really like how our under-18s pressed, so shout out to the under-18s gaffer and everybody connected, because I feel we pressed very well. And yeah, man, I feel neither side was really testing the keeper. Obviously, there was a couple moments on both teams, but neither side, even though we won 3-0, it's quite mad, but I do feel we could have tested the keeper more, to be fair with you. I don't even feel we got out of, I'm not going to say we didn't get out of first gear, because we did, but it did feel like we didn't have to play to our maximum against Chelsea, definitely in the second half. But back to this, like I said, both sides trying to fill each other out. No, neither side's really testing or putting it in consistent testing areas to cause any real danger. Yeah, I feel Arsenal were playing well, man. Obviously, Tyrese John-Jules is getting minutes at this level in regards to working his way back to full fitness. Coyle's there. Greenwood was on the flank. Gunman Balogun was about. You know he knows how to score goals, and you've got Matt Smith and Ben Cotterill in the engine room mashing in work, and obviously Swanson, McGuinness, everybody at this level has been putting in work, and testament to all of them, man. And Vontae Daly-Campbell, his contract's running out. He's going to make a good addition to whatever club he goes to be fair with you. Like I said, as the game's moving on, there's not really any chances of significance. I did feel around the 20-minute mark, there was about 3 or 4 minutes where Chelsea started to grow into the game, and they kind of not allowed us out of our own half sort of thing. But we weathered the storm, and it wasn't really anything of significance, really and truly. 26 minutes or so in, we go 1-0 up with Balogun. Now, what I liked about that goal is initially Balogun actually is played through, and the keeper mops it up, and it comes to no avail. But we pressed very well. The ball, if I remember correctly, went out to the Chelsea right back, and we pressed very well. Eventually it led to it fell to their winger number 7, and he played a ball inside, and we quickly pounced upon it. Greenwood slips in Balogun misses the initial first effort. He doesn't make a mistake a second time round. It's 1-0 for this at this period, and that's what we need, man. And I do think we deserve it. We've probably, obviously I'm going to be a bit biased, but I feel we've been the slightly better side. I feel we're slightly enjoying football as it's game's gone on a bit. We're enjoying the game a bit more. We're not really being troubled enough. If I'm honest, our players looked more comfortable, and maybe that's because we're winning games. Maybe that's because a lot of them have got substantial minutes at under 23 level. I'm not too sure, but it looked like we were at it, man. One thing I didn't like as well, it looked like we were just, at a period, we were just aimless balls into the channels, and it's not really going to play to Balogun's strengths, and really and truly Coyle and Greenwood on the flanks, they're technical-based players. They want it inside. They want to take people on, not run into space. But yeah, man, we're doing what we need to do, man. It's 1-0 at half-time. There's not really much more to say on the first half, other than that. I mean, it's Chelsea, good youth side at Chelsea for years. Not really the best of years this year, but they're old that. They've been doing it for many years. Don't get it twisted, they've got some good technicians. It's only 1-0, and they've had a decent amount of the ball. And although we've scored, I don't feel either side really cut the other team open, the opposition open, and created chances of significance or put people under pressure. Yeah, there was a couple moments from both sides, but I don't really think anything like that. From an Arsenal perspective, you just want to build upon this. We've been doing our thing at this level, so I've got complete confidence. I really enjoy watching our under 18s, to be fair. Second half, all Arsenal, I can't even lie to you, man. The only thing I can give to Chelsea really and truly is towards the dying embers of the game. They had an opportunity to make it 3-1. Only criticism I can have for Arsenal is that we could have probably put in 4 or maybe 5, but it's 3-0 and we kept a clean sheet. Second half is all it's all us, man. It's all us. It's all us. We're on top of them. They can't get out their own half. We're enjoying the football. And the second goal was the best one for me, man. I really like that goal, man. It came from, well, our left, their right, technically. Again, another goal from that side. In fact, probably all moves started on that side. But Trey Coyle plays a lovely reverse pass. It is John Jules. He did score. Tyrese John Jules, for me, has been controlling the game, man. He's him, Smith, for me, obviously Greenwood in patches and Coyle. All of that, Balogun as well. Everybody played well, so let me not praise individuals. But John Jules, I feel his movement was very good. His movement is very good, and I feel at times he's not necessarily picked out. His movement was very good today, and he deserved his goal, man. It's a lovely reverse pass from Coyle. Like I said, John Jules made his movements, made his moves. Chelsea defenders only realise where he is, where it's too late. Keeper's in no man's land. It's just down to John Jules to sort his footing out. He does that as he's been doing because the man is clinical and he's got. I know strikers are judged on goals, but he's got a lot more to his game than just goals, man. To be honest, and the only criticism I can have of him is he could bring that out a bit more, man. His movement is the main thing I really like, man. I really like how he's comfortable trying to play make and come in deep and play with his back to goal. But he makes no mistake. It's 2-0. The two men in Tyrese John Jules and Balogun, two strikers with good futures ahead of them, have been playing well this year. Back on the score sheet, Greenwood's got an assist, Coyle's got an assist. These are the 4 players you were looking at to stand up and be counted today, and they've did what they've needed to do. To be fair with you, it's 2-0. I don't think Chelsea are going to get back in this, but we probably need to get a third, purely because you lot know 2-0 is a very dangerous lead. This win needs to shut up. But yeah, as the game's going on, we then go and get a third. And to be honest, it was a good move, man. Again, it originates down Chelsea's right, our left. I really liked how Cotterill got the ball. He sensed that who is it? He sensed that Vontae Daly Campbell was in a lot of space on the opposite side, on the right hand side. He switched play. Vontae sorts himself out. He puts a lovely ball into the box. Chelsea keeper, I don't know what he's doing with his defenders. Miscommunication. It doesn't exactly fall to him, fall to Greenwood, but he pounces on the mistake. Basically, the ball comes in. It's probably towards the back post, a bit overhit, but it's a lovely ball in my opinion. John Jules, just by standing there and being a nuisance, the keeper is caught in two minds. It looked like he knew, he thought, do I stay or do I come? He's come. Like I said, Tyrese is just standing tall and making himself a nuisance. The keeper's in no man's land. It falls to Greenwood, and Greenwood gets a goal to go with his assist for the first goal. It's 3-0 at this point. Like I said, it's mad because it's 3-0, and I don't necessarily feel we had that many opportunities. I'd have to check statistically, but I feel we could have tested the keeper a bit more. I feel in games where we've scored less, we've done that. But what can I say? It's 3-0. 3 goals scored against a top academy in Chelsea. It's a clean sheet. We get 3 points. We go marching on in regards to the league. And what can I say? Everybody played well. Everyone, man to a man. Cotterill and Matt Smith, I don't know how far they can go. I'm never here to say players can be this, that and the other. But this season, 2 of the most underrated players, man. I really like Cotterill and Smith. More so Cotterill this game, man. I feel he worked really hard in the engine room. I feel Tyrese came in and got involved in the playmaking stuff. I feel Greenwood showed in patches. The less said about Balogun, the better. I mean, he's a gunman striker. There's nothing more to say about how clinical he is. I feel everybody, the defenders as well, because they weren't necessarily tested, but they did have some opportunities. Especially the best chance would probably be towards the end. I thought Chelsea could have made it 3-1. I felt Chelsea's number 7 played quite well. The winger in patches, I'm not sure of his name. I think there's number 7, number 11, and don't quote me, people, but number 6. I've written it down. I'm going to do my research. But yeah, man, we played well in my opinion. It was nice to see Musa and a couple of the young players come off the bench. Nice to see how they look in regards to being scholars next year. What can I say, man? It's a convincing win, and I've seen us play convincing against Spurs and Chelsea now. And as a North London lad, it doesn't matter what level. This is what I want to see. Genuinely, people, obviously I'm not naive. I'm not going to name names, but I do think there's around 5 or 6, maybe even 7 collectively from 23s to 18s who have a good shot of making it, and actually people younger. We all know that's near enough impossible, but these lot make me smile, man. I really like how our under-18s have been playing, especially bouncing back from the disappointment of the FA Youth Cup. I do think all of them are going to go on to have good careers. I hope as many as possible can make it at this club, but we know the dynamics that are at play, especially for the players in attacking positions. But I genuinely believe a lot of them are going to have good level playing careers, because away from their ability and obviously the fact they play for Arsenal, fantastic attitudes, fantastic work ethic, and they're all testament to not only their coaches, but the people around them and their families, man. Because although these lot are young, they relish responsibility and they play for the shirt already, man. And like I said, man, it's 3-0. There's not much more to say. We did what we needed to do. Coyle was involved in the goals. John Jules, Balogun, Greenwood, the players you're looking for, they did what they needed to do. Defenders put in good performances, walked away with a clean sheet. Midfielders in the engine room. I felt the manager got his tactics spot on. I actually feel Chelsea's team was well drilled as well. I feel both sides pressed very well and both sides look very organised. So it's a testament to both sides' coaching staff or head coach or whatever. But in regards to Arsenal's versus Chelsea, our 3-0 victory in this under-18s clash, I've got nothing more to say. So, people, I'm going to get out of it. If you wish, not even if you wish, like the vid for me if you wish, comment, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.